Hi guys, it's Katie here from BellaCreativa, and this video that I'm doing today is a video on how to upload the Hatbox and mini album SVG files to Cricut Design Space. So this photo is just a photo of that project that I'm talking about. This is one that I've already made, but today we aren't actually making it. I'm just showing you how to upload those SVG files to Cricut Design Space. So the files themselves are available in my Etsy store, and I will put a link in the description box down below so that you can go over and check those out. So if you were to download those from my Etsy store, they will probably end up in your downloads folder, which is down here. And it will come just like this as a zip folder, and also Hatbox and mini album zip. So the first thing we need to do is unzip those. So let's double click on that and click extract all, and it will tell me where it's going to put those extracted files, and I'll just click extract. And here they are. So that this is the folder now that has, it's in my downloads folder still, but it's created a new folder, and this is the 3 files in there. So the first one is a PDF guide, so let's have a quick look at that. So this is just a little guide that will come with the SVG files for you to have a quick read. So first of all, it will tell you about changing the cut lines to score lines, which is what we're going to cover in this video. And there will be a link here to this video so that you can check this out if you haven't seen it before you buy the SVG files or download the SVG files. A little blurb here about sizing and rotating objects, and then here is a link to a playlist in my YouTube channel called Super Quick and Easy SVG Projects, where there will be some videos about making this Hatbox and circle mini album, as well as some of the other Super Quick and Easy SVG projects that I do. It's really hard to say, SVG projects. Okay, so that's the, and then on the last page we have a couple of screenshots of the 2 files that you receive. So in the first file you'll receive this piece here with this funny little edge on it, and that's the base page for the circle mini album. Then we have part A of the box lid and part A of the box base, and then this is the insert here for the mini album. In the second file we have part B of the box base and part B of the box lid, and then we have a side pocket, a bottom pocket and a belly band for the circle mini album. So that's what will be contained in the 2 files. Okay, so we've had a look at that. So now we can take these 2 files here, file 1 and file 2, and pop them in Cricut Design Space. So let's go over to Cricut Design Space, click upload. And you can see I have actually already uploaded them because I've already done this video, but then the dogs came in and made a racket, so I'm doing it again. But let's do it again. I'm going to click upload image and click browse, and we need to navigate our way back to the unzipped file, and then we'll click on folder, I should say, and then we'll click on this first file and click open. And there it is there, and you can see it's already called Hatbox and mini album file 1. That's fine. I'll click save, and then I'll upload the second one. So I'll click on browse, choose that second one. You can double click on it, and then I can see that again. It's got a name. I'm happy with that, and I'm going to click save. Then I'm going to take those 2 files that we've just uploaded and click insert images. And here they are. They have, they always come in on top of each other. You probably know that. So the first thing I do is just make this, the scale a bit smaller so I can spread these out. And we need to do a couple of things with these before we start cutting them out. So the first thing we need to do is click on this first file and click ungroup over here in the layers panel. And then I'm going to click on this base page here, and I'm going to click ungroup again so that I can show you that there's 2 pieces here. This top piece, this pale pink piece, is the matte, and then this bottom piece is the piece that you would probably cut out of cardstock. So we need to change these 2 little lines here from cut lines to score lines. So if we go and have a look over in the layers panel, we can see that in this highlighted section here, which is the piece that we're selected at the moment, those two lines say cut lines. So I'm going to click on those in the layers panel, and I'm going to go back over here up to the top left where it says line type. Click on that drop down arrow and change it from cut to score. And then you can see that it's changed those two lines there to dashed lines, which is what we want. And now we need to attach those to the piece. So there's two ways that we can do that. The first way is we can hold down our mouse and button and select those pieces together. And then when we go over to the layers panel, we can see that it has selected that piece and the score lines all together, and then we can click attach. Okay, so then I want to put my mat back on top of my base page just because it's easier to deal with all these pieces. So I need to send this one to the back, so send to back. So now I can just bring my mat back up over here and pop it on top like so. And then I will probably select those two together and group them back together again so it's nice and neat. There's nothing else we need to do with the rest of that file, but this file over here we need to do a couple of things. Let's click on that. The first thing we need to do is ungroup. And then I'm going to take this first piece here and ungroup those. You can see over in the layers panel that's another group. So let's ungroup that. And then we can take that pale pink mat off the top. And we have just this piece here now. If we go over to the layers panel, we can see again we have cut lines which we need to change to score lines. So I'm going to click on those, go back up to line type, click on that drop down arrow and change those lines from cut lines to score lines. And now they're dashed lines, as you can see there. So now the other way to attach those, so last time we selected the whole piece, but the other thing you can do is come over here and you can see the whole thing is attached anyway. But if I were to click just on that section where that arrow is, it will select that whole thing together. Once I know I've got all of those bits selected together, I can just click attach. So if I wanted to put my mat back on top, you'll find now that it will actually be sitting behind. So I'm just going to right click on this piece and click send back, so then I can bring my mat back up over on top. I just find it easier to deal with things like that all together. And then I'm going to select both of those and click group. I'm going to do the same one with this one down here as well. So we're going to start by ungrouping them and take that mat off. I'm going to click back on here, go over to the layers panel, click on the cut lines, change them in the line type from cut to score, click on that whole little section there and then click attach. I'm going to right click on my mouse button and click send back. I'm going to bring that mat back over on top and I'm going to group those two pieces together. So the other thing to mention is that this little piece here is a bottom pocket and this one is a side pocket. So just to remind you, you might want to rotate this one. So I'm going to go up here to rotate and make it 90 degrees. So now I can see that that piece is a side piece. Same with this piece here, it's a belly band. So I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees as well. So then that makes a little bit more sense to me when I'm looking at it, that what those pieces are. Okay, so the other thing that I need to know is that before I make my box, I need to cut out two of these pieces here and two of these pieces here. So I'm going to select both of those, click duplicate, and I'll just pop them over to the side. Okay, so now I'm going to save my project. So I'm going to click save and I'm going to call it Hatbox and Mini and click save. Okay, so that is all ready and set up now. I won't need to do it again. So a couple other things that I want to mention. When you're making your mini album, you're going to use this base page over here a lot. So I'm just going to duplicate that one and bring it over here to play with. The first thing I know, I'm just going to spin it around because that's how it makes sense to me. Okay, so I'm looking at it on this side, and when I'm looking at it this way, I can see that this bottom pocket, if I say center front, bring it forward and it sits on my piece like that, which is great when it's my page facing that way. But if my page is facing the other way, then what I really want to do is, I'm going to, whoops, don't mean to do that. I'm going to select that whole piece and click duplicate over in the layers panel, and then I'm going to flip it horizontally because that's what the back side of this page will look like. So if I want to put a pocket on the back side of the page, I need to flip that pocket, and that's the same with the side one as well, especially when I'm cutting out a mat, because otherwise it won't fit properly. So it's just worth bearing in mind that if I want to put this side pocket on the back of my page, I'm going to duplicate that, bring it over here. Obviously it's not going to fit, so I need to flip it horizontally, and now it will sit nicely as that back page pocket, like so. I'm going to take that one away. So that's worth bearing in mind when you start cutting out your pieces, and particularly your mats, because they will be out of pattern paper and they'll be up the wrong way. Okay, so that's it for this quick video, which is just about uploading the SVG files to Cricut Design Space and just changing those cut lines to score lines and making a project. So in the next video I will be making one, so I'll show you how to put all the pieces together to make the hat box and the mini album. So I hope you stick around for that, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.